A Beach Mystery by Ditzy Mailmare. As our story begins, Pinkie Pie, Applejack and Rarity have decided to go to the beach. Rarity went off to find some sea glass for a new clothing design she was toying with, as Pinkie started to dig as big of a hole in the sand as she could, while Applejack started to doze off. After a while, Pinkie noticed just how big of a hole she dug and wanted to show Applejack. Pinkie is humming a little song as she's digging her hole. Do-dee-doo-doo, dee-doo-doo-doo, do-doo-doo.
Oh wow, look at this nice deep hole I've been digging. Hey Applejack, isn't this a nice hole here?
Pinkie asks Applejack as she takes a small break from digging her hole. Pinkie asks,
Hey Applejack, Applejack! Oh Applejack!
As she looks around, trying to find her country gal pal, Pinkie notices that Applejack is nowhere to be found.
Hey, what happened to my friend Applejack? She was here just a minute ago. Where did she go?
Pinkie Pie then looks down and notices a rather large pile of sand with Applejack's trademark Stetson hat sitting on top of it.
Here's her hat, but she's gone. Oh no, my old friend is lost. Gee, how am I going to find her?
Pinkie asked herself, slightly worried. This is when Rarity returns, admiring some of the nice shards of sea glass for her new clothing line. Then she looks up to see Applejack's hat sitting on the oversized sand pile and almost runs into Pinkie.
Oops, sorry, darling. What is bothering you, Pinkie?
Rarity asked, seeing her pink-hued friend looking worried.
Oh, Applejack is lost!
Pinkie exclaimed.
Lost?
Rarity asked.
Yes! She was sitting right there, see?
Pinkie gestured to the sand pile.
And was digging a hole in the sand like this.
Pinkie said as she shoveled a few extra shovels of sand onto the pile.
I was digging away and all of a sudden I looked around and Applejack was gone. And all that is left of her is her head sitting right here on this pile of sand.
Pinkie starts to get really worried at this point.
Never fear, darling. I, Rarity, will find out what happened to Applejack by examining the clues.
Rarity proclaimed as she put her sea glass findings down and used her magic to conjure her private investigator fedora and a magnifying glass, and started to examine the sand pile.
What clues?
Pinkie asked excitedly.
Well, first we have Applejack's hat,
Rarity said, thoughtfully.
Oh, that is the only clue.
Pinkie said, kind of deflated.
Wrong. We also have this pile of sand,
Rarity said, while giving the pile a once-over. As if on cue, the sand pile starts to moan and mumble something unintelligible as Applejack's hat moves slightly.
Yeah, but that is just an ordinary pile of sand,
Pinkie said, seemingly unaware the pile said anything.
Wrong, darling,
Rarity proclaimed again.
It is a talking pile of sand.
Huh? Pinkie asked as the sand pile moaned and mumbled a little louder, so Pinkie could hear it.
Hey, how about that?
Aha! Rarity exclaimed.
I have it! I have solved the mystery of what happened to Applejack,
she continued as the sand pile moaned even louder.
Shh!
Pinkie shushed at the pile as to not interrupt Rarity's big reveal.
What happened, Rarity? Well, as you were digging this hole,
Rarity pointed to Pinkie's hole.
You threw the sand on top of Applejack, who was sitting here.
Rarity gestured to the talking sand pile as she said so.
And you buried her up to her hat. Oh no! That means that Applejack is in that pile of sand!
Pinkie exclaimed with relief and excitement that Rarity solved the case.
Correct,
Rarity said.
Oh, excuse me,
Pinkie said, scooting past Rarity to the sand pile.
Certainly, Pinkie,
Rarity said, getting out of her friend's way. As Pinkie got to the sand pile, Applejack started mumbling angrily as Pinkie removed her hat, revealing that Applejack was buried almost so completely, only her eyes, top part of her mane, and ears were visible above the sand.
Applejack, it is you!
Pinkie almost wailed.
Let me dig you out!
she said while digging away the sand from Applejack's face, carelessly flinging sand behind her as Rarity fell over backwards, protecting her face from shovels of sand. Applejack started spewing sand that had gotten into her mouth and sneezing sand that had worked its way into her nose as Pinky cleared away the sand from her face. Pinky said as she was freeing Applejack's head,
Applejack, I will get you out!
Pinky, why did you do that? Applejack asked as Pinky pulled her friend's head clear of the sand.
There you go,
Pinky said, brushing some sand from Applejack's face and muzzle.
You alright, Applejack?
Pinky asked cautiously, while carelessly flinging some more sand away. Yeah, thanks, Pinky. Thanks a lot, Pinky. Applejack muttered, trying to not feel too mad at her friend too nearly burying her alive.
Oh, do not thank me, Applejack,
Pinky said enthusiastically.
Thank Rarity.
Applejack looked around as much as she could. Where is Rarity, so I can thank her? Applejack asked quizzically.
She's right behind me, silly,
Pinky said matter-of-factly. Where? Applejack asked again. Pinky turned around, almost baffled at Rarity's disappearance.
She was just here,
Pinky said, almost to herself. Then she looked down, seeing Rarity's fedora laying on top of a large pile of sand, with some of the curls of her mane and top third of her horn also sticking out of the sand.
Rarity!
Pinky exclaimed, realizing she must have buried Rarity as she was trying to free Applejack's head. Pinky got down next to where Rarity was buried and started to dig her out, carelessly flinging sand behind her. Applejack could be heard behind Pinky, yelling, Pinky, watch where you're throwing that sand!